Gentlemen, ladies, as you all know, very sorry to hit you so suddenly with this late night press conference. But yeah, as you all know, we played the Giants on Christ, I don't even remember. I think, what was it, Thursday? Thursday night at Gillette, and we blew a 19-point lead. So if you have the opportunity to watch the game again, don't. So, I'm very upset myself. I have some water here for the press conference, because you know you gotta have water at the press conference. Alright, ask your fucking questions. Ask your fucking questions.
Coach, just your overall thoughts on the game. Just overall.
Okay, it was great until about maybe the last 5 minutes of the game. And, I tell you, if only these games were a quarter or two less, we'd be 4-0 instead of 3-1. I mean, a 19-point lead blown. I've heard of a 16-point lead blown, but a fucking 19-point lead? What the fuck? That's my thoughts on the fucking game. Everyone, you know what? You want to say we had a chance? Okay, we had a chance. You want to say we could have won? Okay, we could have won. You want to say we had it? Okay, we had it. Don't be fucking...
Those two examples of some players y'all got rid of. How do you feel about their departures?
Keon and Duke. Me personally, I would have kept Keon just for the hell of it. Duke sucks. I don't know why the hell he can't play. We tried putting him at corner. We tried putting him at freaking slot corner, free safety. Couldn't fucking do anything. He's like Cyrus Jones. I don't know what the hell it is with these second-round picks. Jawan Williams, Jawan's been doing... he made a pretty good improvement, but we got to see how he plays in the regular season. As far as Keon... he's going to have a lot more opportunities in Houston, and if he can pick up where he left off in that last preseason game, with 11 tackles and 5 passes broken up, he's going to be a pretty goddamn good corner. And I'm fucking, to be honest with you, I'm a little mad that we got rid of Keon. Traded him to the Texans for, I think, a 6th round pick for this upcoming draft after the season. Bullshit. Next question.
Just your overall thoughts on Jarrett's performance?
Jarrett choked. He did so well. He did so well in the first 3 games, but he sucked this game. Okay, but then again, so did the offensive line. Yalti's on IR. Nikhil is on IR. Brandon is on IR. We got so many fucking guys on IR. It's like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to keep up with all this shit? David's on IR. Our best offensive lineman, arguably. But he's definitely our best run blocker, aside from Joe. But anyway, that's why we signed, Russell and, Corey and... There was one other guy, I can't remember his name. But we signed a couple of those guys And we'll see. I heard that Corey's a pretty strong guy, and he's athletic. He's kind of like might be another Trent Brown. We don't know. But as far as our substitute for David, I mean, Ted is a strong second center, a solid backup for David. I just don't know how well he's going to do under pressure because there's a lot of pressure on Ted this year, and Russell's a veteran. He was on the Bills, and he had Eric Wood with him when he played, right next to Eric and Richie and all those other guys. Richie was a top 100 player at one point, solid guard for the Bills. Richie Incognito, nasty guy in the trenches, strong physical guy. As far as, all these other guys leaving, Duke, Keon, I don't know, I don't care, it's business, whatever happens, happens. I don't get a fucking say in anything, because if we did, we would have Odell, we would have AB, we would have Julio, we would have Kuechly, Wagner, fucking Jalen, and Gilmore, and, we would be, we would make the 2000 Ravens defense look like our defense 3 years ago. So, meaning like number 23. Okay, so anyway.
Coach, were you excited to see that Gunnar will
Two years ago, the defense.
Final 53-man roster?
Yeah, I'm happy for Gunnar. Gunnar is a tough kid. He's a really tough kid. Fights for extra yardage. Skinny as hell. Little, tiny guy. 6 foot 170. That's little. That's like bare minimum for a receiver. But he's a goddamn good receiver. He can catch. He can run. He's elusive. He's quick. Tough kid, works hard. He's just a really good kid. He's humble. I like Gunnar. He's a good guy. I don't know why the hell we decided to get rid of him for like half a second and then re-sign him. I mean, that was probably because we had to put Nikhil and David and Brandon and all these other guys and Yalti on IR, but still, just keep him. And get fucking rid of someone else. Don't get rid of a fucking guy who deserves to be on the team.
Sorry about the loss.
That's okay. These guys fucking suck, Al. These guys fucking suck.
Don't say that. It's only the preseason.
Oh yeah, but they blew a 19-point lead, Al. I mean, come on.
Well, there's always next year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What's your question, Al?
But anyway, my question is, Demarius Thomas, he got cut and then got re-signed. What was the exact purpose of cutting him?
It's the same bullshit question with Gunnar. I don't know what the fuck we released him for. It was probably for one of those IR bullshit issues, putting someone on IR, and then that would have freed up a spot. But the thing about Nikhil is that he's eligible to return after week 8. But he better fucking show up once he comes back. At least 50 catches, at least 500 yards receiving, at the very least. No injuries. I'm fucking tired of the injuries, okay? If he gets injured again, he's injury prone. Before we even had this fucking interview, he was injury prone. He was dealing with a hammy, a leg injury, an ankle injury, a neck injury, whatever the fuck it was. Fucking guy's injury prone. I don't fucking care if he can catch, between his legs or catch in his ass or catch behind his head or whatever the fuck. Diving catches, whatever. One-handed, whatever. If you're injury prone, you suck. Yeah, but anyway, Al. The reason why we got rid of DT was to free up space on, because of IR, that shit. Okay? Thank you for that question.
Hey, Coach, just your overall thoughts on Braxton Berrios now that he's a New York Jet?
I mean, whatever happens, happens. I don't control where he goes. I don't make any cuts. I don't make any signings, even though I really fucking should, to be honest with you. A couple of years ago I said I decide who signs, who stays, who leaves. No, that's not what I do. But I should, and I've been fighting for that job. I'm not even a manager. I'm a coach and a manager. I'm a manager of this team. Except all the actions I do go through Bill. Okay, it's like I'm the president, but they're the House and the Senate. That's pretty much how they're the Congress. They make all the fucking decisions. I just commentate on them. To be honest with you, it's like a fucking talk show. Those fucking interviews. They're not even interviews. They're fucking talk shows. Oh fuck. All right, next question.
Excuse me, Jim.
Sorry, you okay, Stephanie?
Just your overall thoughts on Brian Hoyer's departures. Now he's going to be filling in for Andrew Luck.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew going to Indianapolis with Jacoby as the sub. Colts are done. I mean, they sucked anyways, but they're done. They got nobody now on offense. They got what? One good receiver, and that's it? One good offensive lineman, and that's it. That's it. They got no good running backs. They got one good receiver. They got one tight end who had one good season, and all he fucking caught was red zone catches, and that's it. But, yeah. That's that, so. Yeah, whatever happens with Brian. I mean, we didn't give him a lot of snaps because, we wanted to check out Jarrett. And once we saw him doing better and, understanding the offense and was making good throws later in the preseason, we decided to say, okay, bye, Brian. So.
Hey, Coach, that's Silver on thoughts on what to expect on Sunday night against the Steelers.
Okay, so Sunday. Joe just signed an extension for, I think, 2 or 3 years. I think for what? What was it? $30 million, some shit. Yeah, Joe's still, I think Joe is still a good corner. He's a little old, but, he's still a good corner. He's a vet. He'll help out, the young guys, Artie, and if he's still there, all those kind of guys. I think Cody's left. I don't think Cody's on the Steelers anymore. Cody Sensabaugh, I don't think he's on the fucking Steelers anymore. But, their defense is still great. They got Cameron, Devin, their Devin, not our Devin. Devin Bush, the rookie. They got TJ, Terrell, all these guys. They got, I feel like I'm missing somebody. Stephon Tuitt, Javon, I think Hargrave is still there. Javon Hargrave. I don't know if he's still there, but he was a pretty goddamn good DT too. But yeah, they got a whole bunch of guys. You got Cameron, Terrell, TJ, Devin, Joe, all these guys. So it's going to be a good first game for us to see what we're made of in the beginning of the season, even though we suck in the beginning of the season. So, because it's still the preseason, which is horse shit, which makes no fucking sense at all. That's like saying January 1st, 1912 is still 1911. No, the fuck it's not. It's fucking 1912, idiot. Next question.
So just your overall thoughts on your receiver core. Are you comfortable with it? Are there any changes you'd make, etc.?
The receiving core, I still think we got a little tiny bit of work to do with receiving core, a little bit, with Nikhil on IR, but, we still got, Gunnar and Jules and Josh, and, DT and Phil, so I think we might be okay. I don't know where Nikhil's going to go once he comes back, but he might be one slot ahead of Phil, but one slot behind Dorsett or DT. So I think it's going to go Julian, Josh, DT, Nikhil, DT, Phil, Nikhil, Gunner. That's how I think it's going to go. And then Matthew, but he's a special teams guy. I don't really consider him a legit receiver. So.
Coach, the 19-point lead blown. How does something like that happen?
Fuck yourself, Tim. That's my fucking answer. Alright, fuck you all. I asked for a fucking decent interview, and that's the shit I get. Get the fuck out of my way. Tim, why the fuck would you ask me that? Get out of my way. Oh God. Get out of my way. Fucking morons.